Hi, my name is Gabrielle Sotu. I'm going to be reviewing Ava's solar billing plan today. And we can get started. So first I'm going to do an overview of Ava in case you don't know who we are, and then I'll be diving into the solar billing plan. So on October 24th, 2023, East Bay Community Energy became Ava Community Energy. So if you have heard of East Bay Community Energy or EBCE, we are the same organization. We just had a branding change. And what is Ava Community Energy? Ava is a local community choice power supplier committed to providing Alameda County and the city of Tracy with clean, green electricity at low rates. And Ava is the default provider of electricity generation service for all customers in the jurisdictions that we serve. So customers are automatically enrolled in Ava service and continue to be billed by PG&E. Ava is a not-for-profit public agency that reinvests earnings back into the community to create local green energy jobs, local energy programs, and clean power projects. So how does the split service work? All Ava customers continue to be PG&E customers as well. So Ava buys from and is building clean power plants, and Ava sells the power to customers at low rates. Ava's power is then delivered to customers by PG&E since they own all of the poles and wires, and customers pay PG&E for power delivery as they always have. As a customer, you benefit from clean energy, low rates, and local governance and innovative programs. And if you're not sure if you are one of our customers, we serve all of the customers in the dark green areas. And then Stockton and Lathrop will begin service in 2025 as well. So what are the benefits to Ava service? We offer low rates, local control, and investment. We are focused on sustainability, and we offer customers a choice of energy provider and programs that they can enroll in as well. And as an Ava customer, you can choose between our two service options, Bright Choice or Renewable 100. Bright Choice is set at 50% renewable energy at rates 5% below PG&E, and Renewable 100 is 100% solar and wind energy at a quarter of a penny per kilowatt hour above PG&E rates. Customers can choose between these options at any time, or they can choose to return to PG&E service. And now we'll dive into solar billing plan. So here's a quick overview of what we'll cover today. First, what is the solar billing plan? Who is eligible for SBP? How is it different from NEM 2.0? What compensation will you receive for your exports under solar billing plan? And then how do the monthly and annual statements work? So what is the solar billing plan, or SBP? SBP is the successor program to NEM 2.0 for customers with solar panels or other self-generation technologies. If you are interested in installing solar, you would still apply for interconnection with PG&E, and then you would be automatically enrolled in Ava's SBP program as well. Both PG&E and Ava are implementing SBP, and the big change is that it's changing the way that you get compensated for your exports to the grid for over generation or just any generation throughout the year. And then you may also hear it referred to as the net billing tariff NBT or NEM 3.0 in the news, but this is all the same as solar billing plan. And for customers that are eligible for SBP, it's any customers that newly installed solar, meaning that their interconnection application was submitted on or after April 15th, 2023, or customers that have completed a full 20 years on NEM 1.0 or 2.0, or existing solar customers who modify and or repair their renewable generator and increase the generation capacity by 1 kilowatt or 10% of the current system size. And on the right is just an image of the bill where you would see that it says that you're enrolled in solar billing plan. So some transition details. This is only for customers that were previously on NEM and are being transitioned to SBP. Customers will be automatically transitioned after their PG&E NEM true update. PG&E SBP launched in April for residential customers, and Ava's SBP is launching this month. So customers who already transitioned to PG&E's solar billing plan in April, May, or June will transition in July for Ava's SBP. And then we'll continue to follow PG&E's transition timeline moving forward. And if you have NEM credits sitting on your Ava account, those will transfer to your SBP credit bucket as well. And here I'll go over some key differences between NEM and SBP. So with NEM, customers could be on any time of use rate. And with SBP, residential customers are required to be on the electric home rate plan. This plan has a $15 a month fixed charge, but it offers a lower dollar amount per kilowatt hour. And is typically good for higher users. And then for monthly versus annual billing, NEM 2.0 had annual billing for PG&E charges, and Ava offered monthly or annual billing for our charges. And with SBP, everyone will be on monthly billing, which means that if you owe money at a certain month, you would just be billed that month instead of it rolling over. And then for the monthly export compensation, with NEM 2.0, customers were compensated at their retail value for any over generation. And with SBP, the compensation will be changing to the energy export credit value. We'll review this in a later slide, but it varies by hour and season. And then there are also some applicable or some bonus credits that vary based on your eligibility that we'll review as well. And for the annual cash out value, this is for your payment at the end of the year. With NEM, customers received the net surplus compensation value for overgeneration. This is the wholesale value. And with SBP, customers will continue to receive this NSC value minus the approximate value of credits that were already received for the same exported energy, which is those energy export credits in the row above. And that's to ensure that customers aren't double compensated for their overgeneration. And then for the credit rollover, for NEM 2.0, credits were zeroed out at cash out. And with SBP, they'll actually continue to roll over each year. So this is a lot on this chart, but this is all of the various export compensation that you would receive with SBP, depending on if you're eligible for these bonus credits. So the first column is the energy export credit. This is what every SBP customer gets for their exports. and this is implemented by both PG&E and AVA. The structure is that you get credits for all your exports, and the credit value varies based on the hour and the time of day and the season. And I have a chart later on that will review some of these values. The next column, the energy export bonus credit. This is also implemented by both PG&E and AVA. And this is for residential customers with new voluntary solar installations after April 14th, 2023. So customers who install solar in the first 5 years of the SBP program, 2023 to 2027, get this bonus credit, and they get their rate locked in for 9 years. And then CARE, FARA, disadvantaged community, or Indian country residents get a higher rate for this bonus credit. And it ranges from 0.004 to 9 cents per kilowatt hour. And then the AVA credits. AVA has a CARE, FARA credit, which is for any SBP residential CARE, FARA customers. And it will be offered through 2029. And this is a bonus credit on top of any other credits for all of your exports. And it's valued at a penny per kilowatt hour. And the AVA peak hours credit is for all SBP customers except those that are receiving the CARE FARA credit. This is through 2029 as well, and it's for all exports during our peak hours of 3 to 8 p.m. And it's valued at 0.025 per kilowatt hour. And so customers would receive the energy export credit and then any of these bonus credits that they're eligible for all of their exports. Then the net surplus compensation column is for the annual cash out. This is again implemented by both PG&E and AVA. And this is for customers with any surplus generation at the end of the year. So customers would either receive an on-bill credit or a check for their surplus generation. And the amount that they get is based on their surplus KWH times the net surplus compensation value, or the wholesale rate, minus the approximate value of EEC credits that were already received throughout the year for those monthly exports. Okay, so here is a chart of the EEC values to give you an idea of the amounts that you would get. Again, this varies by hour and season and is intended to reflect the value of the power provided at the time that it's exported to the grid. So the highest value for credits you can see is typically between 4 and 9 p.m. It ranges from about 8 cents to $2.70 per kilowatt hour. And then the lowest value for credits is during the middle of the day from like 9 to 3 p.m., where it's valued at 0.001 to 3 cents per kilowatt hour. So it really varies when you export energy to the grid. And then this slide reviews the bonus credits. The first is the energy export bonus credit. Again, this is implemented by PG&E and AVA, but it is only for new voluntary residential installs. And these are the rates that customers get locked into depending on the year they interconnect, with higher values for CARE, FARA, disadvantaged community customers, and Indian country customers. And then the AVA credits, the peak hours credit is again 0.025 per kilowatt hour for any exports between 3 to 8 p.m. And customers will either be eligible for the peak hours or the CARE FARA credit, which is 0.01 per kilowatt hour for all exports. and how SBP will work on your monthly statement. So we don't have a bill sample yet, but that will be coming. With SBP, imports and exports are charged and credited separately. So customers will be charged for imports and then credited for exports, and that amount will be summed each month to calculate your monthly bill. You will see separate line items for each of the different credits that you're eligible for. The energy export credit for everyone, and then if you're eligible for the energy export bonus credit and the AVA export bonus credit for Carefera or the AVA peak hours export bonus credit. And credits from previous months will be used to cover charges, and then any excess credits roll over to the following bill. For the annual statement, every April is AVA's cash out period. As an AVA customer, you are also a PG&E customer, which means that you have a separate true up with them for your delivery charges. So if you produced more electricity than you used throughout the year, you will be compensated for surplus generation via the net surplus compensation rate. So we'll take your surplus kWh, multiply it by the net surplus compensation rate, and then subtract the approximate value of credits already received for the same surplus electricity. And if this total cash out is less than $100, it will just stay on your bill as a credit. If the cash out is $100 or more, you'll automatically be sent a check. And checks are typically sent June through July following the April true-up period. And if you get a credit, it will just continue to roll over on your bill. That's the end of the presentation. If there are any questions, you can type them in the Q&A. And feel free to visit this website, avaenergy.org/SBP. We have our SBP tariff and some FAQs linked there as well. Okay, we have one question. How do I know whether I'm NEM 1, 2, or 3? Yes, good question. So it really depends on the year that you interconnected with PG&E. But you can also find this either by calling us, we can look it up for you, or you can find it on your bill. Let me go to that slide. Yeah, so on your bill, this is the first page of the bill. It'll say your enrolled programs, and it would say net energy metering or solar billing plan, which is the same as NEM 3. And if I understand from the webinar, NEM 2 will be paid at retail for surplus. Am I correct? Yes, so let me go back to the chart. Or the differences between NEM. So NEM 2, you get monthly credits at the retail rate for surplus generation, but then at the annual cash out, you're still paid that net surplus compensation value, which is the wholesale rate. But yes, you do get monthly credits at the retail rate. Great. Any other questions? Okay. This was recorded and will be posted on our website as well. So thank you for attending. I hope this was helpful. And let me just go back to the final slide. Thank you. I'll end this now.